Hey y'all, what's going on? It's about 3:30 here in the morning. I'm in Chicago on a business trip, and wanted to share a few things that kind of came up this week that I thought would be something that all y'all would find, hopefully some little gems in, and be able to put into work with your songwriting and your artistry. I was up here with some very high level business folks and real estate folks that have had a lot of success, and we were doing some coaching with even some bigger mentors. And it was kind of a situation where, like, I could see like a Music Grow Coach Summit where you had the people who are the Hall of Fame writers and the hit writers and the people that have had success and been there, done that. And then you've got an audience of folks who are doing it, but they haven't had that big type of success yet on that level. And it just reminded me of that. And one of the things, there was 2 or 3 times where they got up there, and mind you, this was business, where they hired people for certain positions, and over trying to work with these folks and employees to where it didn't work out, and they had to let them go. And just time and time again, someone would get to the point to where they might, teach them up to be their CEO or their COO, and then they thought, well, I know as much as you do, so they left and tried to do their own thing. And that reminded me of like co-writing when I was starting out, because some of y'all are at a level where some of your writes, or most of your writes, are writing up. You're writing with people that are more experienced than you, and then some of y'all are getting to that point to where you're writing with people where you're the most experienced one in the room, and you're having the ones that are writing with the more experienced ones. Those co-writers sometimes may be leaving you to go to other writes, and then you being the one that might be the best one in the room, you may be about to leave some people and try to seek out a new crew. And the overarching thing is the real successful people went, that's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Just because you're frustrated because you can't find quality co-writers, you just got to keep at it. You got to keep at it. And it may be a lonely road for a while. You may have to do some things on your own until your skill level is at a position to where you can hire those even more qualified folks, or you get to a position to where someone notices what you're doing and they say, hey, I want to bring you into this group. I know you're working small peanuts over here, but you're the best at it, but I want to bring you up to this level, and I want to give you a shot at doing something a lot bigger. And that's what co-writing's like. You may have to write. I wrote with probably 100 people before I found 3 or 4 co-writers that really clicked with me. So if you're out there co-writing with people and maybe you've done it 5 times, 10 times, even 15, and nothing's really like just clicked to where your songs are just super inspiring to you, don't get overwhelmed, don't get discouraged. Just keep on putting your shovel in the ground and keep putting that pen to paper and writing songs. There's nothing wrong with that. And I want to go into another thing that one guy said. He said, there's a feeling you get, and this was his explanation, not mine, so I'm going to keep it the way he said it. He said, when you're at your home and you're all alone, your family's gone, you've got a private backyard. That was something he made point. He said, and you take a shower and you just wrap a towel around you, and for whatever reason you feel like walking out barefooted in the grass in the backyard and just enjoying good weather, and you feel that sun hit your body, and you're just hanging out in your backyard in a towel after a nice warm shower and feeling that sun on you. He said, I can tell you all the steps that it takes to feel that feeling, but I can't tell you what that feeling feels like. You just have to go do it. And he said, even after you do it, your feeling may not be the same feeling that I get. And he said, that's just, everything isn't everybody's cup of tea. So you see a hit songwriter doing something, celebrating the cut, or having a #1 party, or, seeing their song in a music video or something like that. And you could go back and you could look at the exact process that it took them to do that. All the songs they've written, all the songs that failed, all the, the connections and networking that they've done, and the people that they met, the way they wrote that song, the number of songs it took them to get that skill level. And sometimes it's several hundred songs before you have that skill level to be able to write on the level that an artist, a major artist especially, looks at your song or a producer, a publisher, or someone, and goes, "Man, that song would work for this project." And it's so many little baby steps to get to that point. And then one of these days you're going to get there, and hopefully that feeling that you get is what you were searching for. I know people who have, come to this town to be a professional writer and had some success, but it just wasn't what they wanted, and so they went on to do something else. And I know artists who have signed record deals who was out on the road for a month and then got that feeling that they thought they wanted, and they gave it up because they said, "This is not even close to what I wanted. I don't want to be gone this long. I don't want to live on a bus. I thought it would be glamorous. It's not." So everybody's got their own path, but my encouragement and advice to y'all, and it's so important when I'll go back to the goals. If you've got your goals set up, every day, every single day, you should look at those goals when you wake up in the morning, and you should have another piece of paper, and you should write down 3 to 5 things you're going to do today, whether it's co-write, whether it's make a call, whether it's pick up, go online and search a publisher and learn about who they are. All those things will get you closer and closer and closer to those goals being achieved, whether it's to get a cut, whether it's to sign a publishing deal, whether it's to sign a record deal, whether it's to have a song hit 1 million streams. You've got to put the dominoes in place, and that's painstaking work, and you've got to know exactly the space between each domino, and you can go as far as you want. If you have one little, you think you can make one too big of a step too quick, that domino is going to land over on the ground, and the rest of this journey is just going to be standing up tall still. So you got to make sure to put those dominoes exactly in place, close enough to each other, not too close, but close enough. And at first, your dominoes may not be spaced right when you're just starting out, your first year, your first 2 years, your first 100 songs. Just get through them, just put them up there. And you might knock them over one day and they don't work, and you got to start over and put them all up again. That'll be at song 200 and song 300. But pretty soon you're going to learn how to do it really well. And eventually you're going to be able to knock one of them things down, and it's going to go all the way to the end. And whatever that big goal is that you've been searching for is going to come to fruition. You're going to get to experience it. And again, you'll be the one out in your backyard in a towel, feeling that sunshine on your body, and whatever that feeling is, I hope it's something that you enjoy and you feel, and then you want to replicate and push on, and then hopefully one day be in my seat to where you're turning around and teaching someone else how you did what you did to get that feeling, hoping that the feeling that they get one day equals that. So just wanted to come in here today and motivate y'all and let y'all know that you're working hard. Keep at it, keep active in the community. There's a lot of great co-writers for you in here. Reach out to me, and I'm here to help you as well. Eventually going to be, working with some of y'all once y'all get to that level, or someone brings me an idea that floors me. I've always said that, if one of y'all bring me an idea that I can't not write, we're going to write it. That's not saying send me a dozen ideas today, but if you ever have one of them concepts where it's just something special, but you don't know what to do with it, let me know. And again, it's the whole, what I feel may not be what you feel. So don't feel bad if you pitch me an idea and I go, I don't think that's one I want to work on, or I don't think that's quite strong enough, or I've written so many songs. Sometimes it's, I've kind of written something along those lines, so I'd rather not have a conflict of interest. And that's with any co-writer. So hope that gives you something this morning.